Hey guys, Andy, Spoken Label. My friend here, obviously, LKN, AK Lacan. Now, my friend here is now is going to do three poems for us. Take it away, my friend.
First poem I'm going to share tonight. Well, it's nighttime here. um, the first poem is the poem that was featured in the Wiener Holocaust Memorial Library in London. And the title of this piece is Overseas. Two words, overseas. There's an epigraph that says there are estimated to be more than 12 million Filipinos who are working outside the Philippines. That's more than 10% of the total population of the country. Overseas. There are boxes stored in my body, packed in the I love yous my four jobs every day makes. They don't tire, only to sleep 3 hours daily. It's a routine to shackle time, longer than the dreams I dream with my children. They're everything to me. Western unions would know the tears I send to the East. Under each exchange rate, I deposit moments of not graduating from bills, the checkups of real estate, being a missing parent, taking care of others as children, not being the hospice of my own parents, building roads, bridges, while my nation is aimless. They call me a hero, being a Filipino diaspora, of being too away. Sacrifice will suffice, abandoning embraces, kisses that I also deserve. But I had to serve another family, another company, another country. I'm homeless, helpless. If I could choose, I wouldn't go. But my citizenship had to ship me closer to be a slave of saving photographs, videos, Zoom, emails, and phone calls. Is that what I've turned into? A scheduled family member that people would remember when my courage should submit that I'm a payment to our poverty's debt. I wish I was free to be welcomed, never to be a flight of being poor. My luggage can't gauge the birthdays I've lost, the funerals that missed me. I wish I never left, but maybe when I come home for good, I wouldn't be in a box to be buried as a forgotten who never forgot them by forgetting who I am so they can find who they are. Thank you. Second poem is um, I'm actually choosing from this is an advance reading, I suppose, for my second book. Um, the title of this poem is When Death Starts Writing. There she was, an immovable figure of speech, lying flat on a metaphor that doesn't smile at me. Not anymore. I swear I can recognize how a few minutes ago she was a breathing literature that reads, I'm a grandson still. But still is her goodbye. It is as stiff as her gilded body. I tried to touch her once embered skin, now turned to a prose of winter. It froze even my tears. And the novel of years I called her home. Death doesn't have a wordplay for grief. The loss is too unbreakable to make the regrets more subtle. And just as the white cloth covers her body, it's as if her name, Esperanza, faded. Hope feels like a clean sweep of corrections, editing my life just as my grandmother disappears into an obituary of missing. And I lowered my head in submission as death finished writing a poetry of another stolen love. Thank you. This last poem is from my debut collection, When Stars Were Traders. Again, content warning if you feel that your well-being is being jeopardized. You can skip this and move on to the next section of this show. Content warning, rape. The title of the poem is Nomenclature of a Taken, Not a Given. I am a collection of names written by the blame of evenings that won't get over me. It's printed to capitalize how I overthink my identity between the survivor and the part that lost the letters that should have been mine. Some call me hope, even if despair calls me home. I'm where silver is as immortal as the lines that scratched me off. That I'm a wishful blindness to never see how my tears take me when I can't stop screaming. The memories in the middle of my sleep. Some call me resilience, even if tenacity hasn't found me yet. When I still get reminded every day I need to shut up my rape. When all I want is to tell my truth. The way vulnerability fell on my bones when I got stripped under my skin. And help is a traitor that made me weaker. Some call me courage, when bravery is as strong as the fabric they tattered under my skin. Violation is persistent to make me remember how I begged their passionate sins to stop, as they made my legs more penitent and my fearful arms a coward. Some call me inspiration, even if this depression raises me to balconies that flies off my wrist to release my throat, as if I can ask if a deaf God prays, and the wise that prays better, trauma that is more fervent, to create lies out of my smiles. Some call me healing, even if hurting is a secret affair that opens each closure like a lover. I wish could stop piercing the blank spaces of my identity. It dresses me up to look okay, but I need to fake even my resurrection. No one truly gets over rape. No amount of nouns can denounce the labels found on my marrow. My name is rape, But everyone wants a term, a tag to compartmentalize, to clothe me. Even my story is as naked as the name that is still buried in 2017. No one wants to look at the epithet on a tombstone I carried around. Victims like me know this. And people who aren't, they only know the calligraphy of the crime that has made our brokenness a mere nickname, a moniker of something I might never be. Thank you.
Fantastic. Wow. Wow. I'm actually exhausted listening to you there, my friend, after that. Good grief. Excellent stuff indeed, that. I think what you did there that worked really, really well was the great piece of freedom in their own rights. Was the fact was you did obviously the first and the third one from the current collection. Then obviously like it was like the poem in the middle was almost like it dropped the emotional content down into a different field. And I think it worked really, really well, that did. Because it's a sign of a good set, that, Jones, you straight away with it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
That's why good.
You know, someone told me before, like, um, is it any different from like yesterday? And I said, yeah, it's different, but it's familiar. The pain, it's familiar,
Yeah,
but it's never exactly the same.
yeah, that's nice to put. No, agreed. Agreed with it completely there. Respect again, mate. Absolute talk of respect for you there today with that. Now, we're going to take a quick break now, folks. Obviously, now, my friend here may be in the age range of TikTok. I'm not. I can tell you that now. But we're going to take a quick break. It's been a pleasure today, honestly. I've really, really, really enjoyed this today, my friend. Definitely. And we've been talking about off camera as well. When the second book hopefully comes out fairly soon, we're going to get you back on again with HistoryCon, definitely.
Uh,
So I would be honoured and be a pleasure, definitely with that. But watch this space of this one. Now, we're going to go and, but hang out with the kids now anyway. And Elken's going to do a couple more poems for us on TikTok. But it's been a tremendous pleasure today, this. I'm exhausted listening to your story today with the end of that part then, but brilliant stuff, mate. Thank you.
Maraming salamat.
Okay, folks, that's the end of the poetry section of the spoken label today. We are going to take a quick break and we're back in two shakes of the dice again for the hanging out with the TikTok crowd. As Don Callis over at AEWS says, stay safe, stay over. We will see you all next time.